Heads up, campers. It's Creekwater Cody. I'm out here by the Peddler River at the Twin Bridges recreational area in Amherst County, Virginia, in the George Washington National Forest. Doing my vacation this summer. I'm going to try to get in 5 nights out here solo camping. I hit you guys up, showed you the setup when I first got here. Well, not the setup, but all the gear in the back of the truck. So that was 11:30. It's now 6:30. The sun's going to go down probably about an hour. It's already getting a little tree dark out here, especially up in the tent. I'm going to show you guys around the campground, though, the campsite. Put my Creekwater cabin tent to use. I did one video on it when I first finished building it. Taking it out, y'all might have seen it in some of the previous videos, some of the prototypes. But it's in pretty good shape. The only thing I didn't do, I didn't use the front door of it. I'll show you guys around, but I kind of put an open foyer on it. If I needed to, if a storm come through, I could put the front on pretty quickly and button myself up. But y'all check it out. I'm going to show you around the campground. Sorry about the spin. There's the legendary Mountaineer backed up to the setup. It's the Creekwater cabin tent. New lounger. Shout out to Dan. It's Fancy Pants gravity chair recliner. My buddy Big Danny, he gave it to me. I appreciate it, man, putting it to use. I hope you're watching. Let's go on inside. You can see I've got my 4-foot. I always use that ladder, setting up the roofs and whatnot, setting up my shelter. I'm on a truck camp, so I just lashed that 5-gallon bucket to it. Similar setup I've used before. That's my fresh water. And non-potable, just washing water and whatnot. I've been getting it filtered out of the river just with a piece of cloth. You know, I'm not drinking it. The Creekwater kitchen sink. I am going to come back at you guys with a video on just exactly how I rigged this thing up to make it work. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. I've done some videos showing it off, but I've never really explained it. You can see right next to the sink, I got my little vanity station, my mirror hanging from the tree, and a towel down below it. I'm getting the setup in. Up in the foyer, that's my cowboy boots by the old Coleman cooler. My old school chairs right there. You can see it's sitting out. Did the foyer with the old AstroTurf, just an 8x10 up over top. Got another one. You can see it's got a little space, not exactly watertight, but it's not supposed to rain much. If I get anything, it's going to be just a little passing shower, and that's just affecting the little wash-up area. I can still jump over there and do my dishes, brush my teeth, or whatever I got to do. But let's go inside. Like I said, it's a little tree dark, kind of in here, so I've already got the LEDs burning for you. I'm using the flash. Hopefully you guys can see around in here. Let's come on in. Trying to get a good view for you. I measured this thing out when I built it so that I could have my bed along the back wall, and then the big table comes out to the front, and you can see it's about dead on. Gave it just a bit of overhang here. It's totally custom. You can see I did add a back window. The last video I did on this thing, or the only video I've done on it, it's just a flat panel back there. I cut in, that's a mesh carry bag. I just cut in the hole and Gorilla taped around it. I want to show you guys kind of how I did this thing. It's hard to see because it's tied to it, but it's PVC. It's a 1/2-inch Schedule 40 electrician's conduit. Go with what you know. I'm an electrician, so I use this stuff. The white fittings are plumbing fittings, but they fit. I got the idea from an old, from the old covered wagons, you know, the barrel. Sorry if I'm making you guys ill moving this thing all around. I'm just trying to give you the scope. So I got the radio playing, my little nightstand, my laundry and whatnot, my BOBs hanging out. Let's take a look at the outside. What I did was, y'all saw the interior frame with the PVC. I used, sorry about that, I'm getting hung up in trees and stuff. I used a great big tarp, measured it out. A lot of geometry involved in it, but I got it so that it would go all the way across this thing. You know, front to back, bottom to bottom. There's a view from the back. You see the barrel on the exterior. I've got the silver side showing. It's going to reflect that radiant heat out away from you, keep the thing nice and cool. In the wintertime, I can flip it. You see this one's brown on the outside. It'll be brown on the outside. See how I did the window? I even put a flap on it. There's a piece of pipe through it, and I just got it tied up. I can untie those 2 ties. The flap will drop, and the weight of the piece of pipe will hold it in place. just in case it gets waterproof, or just in case it rains, it will waterproof it up. Thinking about cutting one into the side as well. Then right here on this side of the shelter, you see that corner's laid back. So is the one up top. I'm gonna bring the two together, close this thing in this evening after it gets dark. Maybe, just it kind of depends. I set it up for privacy more than anything else. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but there's an access road straight through the woods. You can kind of see how it opens up, wraps around. One of the bridges to the Twin Bridges is that way, and the Peddler River comes on this way. There's a road that follows it out, and that is the road that leads you in here. Well, appreciate y'all checking out the campsite. Got here about 11:30 this morning, not 6 o'clock, 6:30 actually. But I worked on this thing a good 4.5 hours. You know, 5 days, 5 hours, that's not too bad. I'm not going to put up an extravagant setup like this, you know, to stay overnight. But we're trying to get 5 nights in here. So y'all stick around and watch. In the meantime, y'all go underneath there. Y'all click them like, them shares, them subscribes. Bounce the videos around, forward them to somebody, share them with your friends. I'd appreciate it. Channel's been doing pretty good, man. I really appreciate the support. God bless y'all for watching. Until I catch you out here on the mountain, I'm Creekwater Cody. God bless you.